Welcome to the DeMarkco effect, where you get the full effect of me. Okay, I'm gonna let this clip play for a few seconds, then I'm going to explain what's happening. Okay, leave a like for the algorithm, it's free.
Is a major reversal for the president, who had pledged to not interfere with the process. Lori Bordenaro is here on how the president is defending his decision tonight. Lori?
And Jen, Hunter Biden was facing up to 17 years behind bars for tax charges and up to 25 for the gun charges. But tonight, the president made sure his son stayed out of prison.
Okay, look, I'm going to say something real quick. Joe Biden is, to me, I don't like him as a president just based off of the stuff that they did and the things they put into place and just a bunch of other things. Okay? The propaganda that they was pushing, how they was not allowing people technically free speech on the internet as of 2022. There's a lot, okay? If there's one thing I can respect, is a man that's gonna do for his family. Hear me out, look. Yes, his son was facing 17 years. Yes, his son was doing coke in the White House. Yes, his son may have done some crazy things. But there has to be a but here. When a dad or mom care about their child, because like they don't call their child, like people call their kids. When people care about their kids, they gonna go back on their word so much times. So y'all can't even get mad at him for doing this. I just want to hear why he did it. But as a person that really don't think he was a good president, I have respect what he did for his son though. I don't think any father really that has a relationship with his son, I'm like, yeah, you gotta face them 17 years because you did that. If they the president, who wouldn't do this? Y'all can be mad at this.
President Joe Biden pardoning his son Hunter just weeks before he was set to learn his punishment for federal felony gun and tax convictions, and less than 2 months before President-elect Donald Trump returns to the White House. The president saying, "I hope Americans will understand why a father and a president would come to this decision." Hunter Biden was convicted in June in Delaware federal court of 3 felonies for buying a gun in 2018. Prosecutors saying he lied on a form, claiming he was not illegally using drugs. In September, he pleaded guilty for failing to pay $1.4 million in taxes. Earlier this summer, President Biden said this about the possibility of a pardon.
I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
The president...
Can I ask y'all a question real quick? So, if he owes $1.4 million in taxes, do he have to pay them back? Or no? Because if he went to jail and that was a federal crime, correct, to not pay taxes, wouldn't he still owe the $1.4 million? Because it doesn't just go away. Feel me? But I do understand exactly why he did it though. Respect. Now, one is going to definitely say, I don't respect it and I don't understand it just because he said that he wouldn't do it. And that's fair. Okay? If I tell you I'm not going to do this, especially something as big as this, but I go back on my word, I can see how you can look at me and be like, well, you said that you weren't going to do this, but you did it. But, like I say, we got to go back to him being a father and a parent and a president. He's not just a father. Any father would damn near get their kid out of jail if their kid went to jail for something like that. They would. It just ain't got the power to, you know.
Revealing he decided to reverse that decision this weekend, alleging that the prosecution of his son was politically motivated and a miscarriage of justice. Legal expert Alan Sanders.
I think this was an act of defiance by President Biden to tell President Trump, well, you may be on a revenge tour once you assume the presidency, but you're not going to go after my son anymore. He suffered enough because of his addiction.
Hunter Biden was set to be sentenced December 12th for his conviction on federal gun charges and December 16th for the tax evasion charges.
Once a pardon is stated by a president, that's it. There's nothing that the judicial system can do to reinstate the charges or to reinstate any punishment.
In a statement Sunday night, Hunter Biden said he has admitted to his mistakes during his addiction and vows to devote his life to helping those who are still sick and suffering.
And tonight, President-elect Donald Trump reacting to the pardon, saying on Truth Social, quote, "Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the January 6th hostages who have now been imprisoned for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice." Jen, back to you.
Thank you, Lori. And President Biden is traveling to Angola this week. If he speaks about the pardon, we will bring it to you. Look for our continuing coverage on air and online at CBS New York.
Okay, all that being safe to say, is just the same thing I just literally just said throughout the whole video. People are going to say, like Donald Trump just said, it's a misuse of power. Okay, which I do agree with. If your son has been federal crimes, I really don't get the taxes thing. I've never really understood why we have to pay taxes, because we don't really benefit from it. It's just money that we're earning that we're giving away to them because they have a budget that they have to make. And they haven't, based off of what I read, they haven't made their budget in the last 7 years. Okay. But I see why Joe Biden did it, and I respect it. I don't have any comments toward it. I wouldn't say I wouldn't have done it because I don't have any kids. But I can say damn near for sure, if I was that person, I damn near probably would have done it. Before I go back on president, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to just sit there and be like, damn, my son got to face 17 years and I might be dying. You know, but hey, I appreciate those that agree with me and I appreciate those that disagree. Okay? A like is free. Leave it for that algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to go to the bank. Other than that, y'all have a good day. All right?